Alright guys, we're back in my garage for another video, and today we are going to be talking about the first video on my channel to hit 100,000 views. I think a lot of you guys have probably seen this by now, and a lot of you, this might be the first video that you've even seen on my channel, but this is probably the most pivotal video that I've posted. It's obviously gotten the most reach, the most views, gotten me the most subscribers, so everything about it has performed the best on my channel, and I just wanted to share some of those analytics with you guys if you're curious about how much money I made, how many subscribers I got, and different things like that, as well as the main things that I learned from this video, because it definitely was something I was doing in the early stages of me getting into YouTube and taking it seriously. And I've learned a lot since then. There's some things I wish I could go back and redo, but ultimately it is what it is. I'm just super grateful to be at this point and have a video that has performed this well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into YouTube Studio. I'll show you guys exactly what I see on the back end, and hopefully that answers any questions or addresses any curiosity that you guys might have. And again, a huge thank you to everybody that has made this possible. Hopefully we can get another video to 100,000 views soon, but just having one is really amazing. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, as always, for everybody that's new to the channel, I create these videos to help keep you updated on the latest developments in our community, as well as discuss technical topics so that we have a better understanding of how our engines work. So if you're interested in more videos like that, be sure to subscribe because there will be a lot more coming out in the future. All right, guys, so we're going to be switching to a different view here. So what you're actually seeing is my screen I'm just on my webcam on my laptop. So now you guys can actually see the background of what I see in YouTube, and I'll be able to share with you guys more of the details on this actual video. Again, I was thinking about doing more of these videos in the future. So if you guys are interested in this stuff, definitely let me know. If you have any specific questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll try to address it in a future video. Or if you hate it and all you want to see is car stuff, let me know. These typically don't perform very well on my channel, but now that I've got a little more of an audience, I thought it might be worthwhile to make some of this content that I just think about in the background. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're looking at here. This is called YouTube Studio. This is where I can see all of the analytics for my channel. So you can even see on the right-hand side over here, it's showing how many views I'm getting in real time. So for the past 48 hours, I've gotten 220 views, but that's not much compared to the overall views on my channel. Now, this is showing how many views I had on the day where I hit 100,000 views. So I set a custom time period up here. You can see it's cut off on December 23rd. So I'm a little bit late making this video, but that was the day where I woke up and I'd actually crossed over 100,000 views. So the day before this, I was at 99,900 and whatever. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those details. Like I said here, this was the day that I hit 100,000 views. This is a very common trend for a lot of my videos. You can see basically the daily views right here. And so on the first day, I got a little over 1,000. Then it gets less and less. And after a couple days, it drops down really low. But what I noticed was after a while, I started getting more consistent views every day. And that was when I realized that this video was kind of set up exactly how I wanted it to be on my channel. A lot of the videos that I make aren't really like point in time references. The whole goal is to create a video that can withstand the test of time. So over the next several years, if people are looking for information, they can find my video and it can give them the information that they're looking for. So this has just happened to be the best example of that on my channel. It's a very generic video, just talking about the tuning stages and like a general overview. So I think it's like a good starting point for a lot of people, and that's why they watch it. And it just covers a pretty wide breadth of information for tuning. So from stock going up to trying to max out your turbo, this gives you a lot of the information that you would need. So yeah, I mean, I've gotten consistent views on this one for a long time, and it's been up for almost 2 years now. So that's a part of the reason why it hit 100,000 views. It wasn't the first day. Over time, I got consistent views that helped get it to this point. Now, watch time is another thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but this is really important because this is a part of how you get paid. So watch time kind of is a multiplier of how many people are watching your video and how long they watch your video. So this video has been watched for 5,300 hours. So, I mean, that's a pretty long time for a 7-minute video. Obviously, it racks up to over 100,000 views, but the higher this number is, generally, the more you get paid for the video, especially if you have a longer video, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, this is something not a lot of people pay attention to, and they don't really show it on your channel. But if you're looking at the background metrics, this is a good indicator of how well the video is performing. I think YouTube also uses it a lot for sharing videos and recommending it to other people. Now, subscribers. So this is another big one. This video alone has gotten me 600 of my 10,000 subscribers. So people were watching this, and at this point in time, over 600 people clicked subscribe while they were watching this video or like immediately after watching this video. So that's huge. I mean, that's approaching 1,000 subscribers just off of one video. Again, this is something that I didn't expect to do this well, but I'm very glad it did because of how generic and kind of elementary the video is. So it's a good introduction for people, and I think that's a part of the reason why they subscribe, because they're hoping to see more videos that give them more confidence about their car and more information about it. And yeah, I mean, obviously without this, I would probably be less than 10,000 subscribers right now. So huge deal to have this video get that many subscribers on its own. And then the last thing, and probably the main thing that most of you guys are looking for, is the revenue. And this is why I say this is not really a flex. Okay, so over 100,000 views, I made $430. Now, of course, that's better than nothing, right? I'm absolutely very grateful for that. But I think people have this misconception that when you're making YouTube videos, you're just pulling in like thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're going to start popping up with Lambos and Ferraris and all of this stuff. So what I want you to think about is how much money you make. Like, what's your salary? How much do you make every 2 weeks, every month, whatever? Now divide that by 100,000 views, basically this $430. That's how many videos you would have to make every 2 weeks or every month that have to hit 100,000 views every single time in order to maintain your income. So that is very, very hard. And if you consider the fact that the next highest viewed video on my channel has less than half as many views as this one, I'm not going to be there anytime soon. So again, I know a lot of people just assume that this is like a get rich quick scheme or something. And if I share a video, I'm just trying to make all this extra money, but I don't make that much money overall from my videos. This is something over time that can generate, long-term income. And again, a couple $100, that's really, really awesome to have, but each video doesn't perform this well. Like I said, the next highest viewed video doesn't even have half as many views. So this is just kind of an anomaly for me, but something cool to see what opportunity would be there if I could consistently get these kind of views across my videos. Now, of course, I've learned a lot going through this process, and a big one, like I said, is the time. So you can see the timestamp over here is 7 minutes and 20 seconds. When I watch that now, that really pains me, because if this video was 40 seconds longer, I would probably get an extra like 50 or 60% on my income. Again, it's based on the watch time, but if you have videos over 8 minutes long, they show an extra ad in the middle, and the more ads people watch, the more money you make. So as long as people make it more than halfway through the video, they'll see another ad, and that'll generate more income. Now, if I scroll down here, I can see at the point where I'm at 50% of the video, I have about 46% retention. So yeah, it might only make me like 40 to 50% more money if people were able to make it this far and watch the second ad. But again, it really just depends. And it's not all about the money, but when you do stuff like this, you don't want to feel like you're leaving something on the table. If I'm making a video, I want it to be as efficient as possible. And especially now that the channel is monetized, you want your videos to perform as well as possible. What I've noticed is videos perform best if they're like 2 to 3 minutes long, like relatively short, or if they're over 8 minutes. You don't really want anything in between because that's kind of wasting time. So when I make my videos, I try to bias it one way or the other. If it's short, I think it gets more clicks because people feel like it's quick and to the point, and they'll get the information they want quicker. Whereas if it's a longer video, even if a lot of people don't click on it, you'll generate more income just from the actual watch time. So yeah, it's kind of like a game that you have to play. I don't know the full YouTube algorithm perfectly, but that is something that you should keep in mind if you're making videos. Typically, you want them to be relatively short, or if they're long, make them at least over 8 minutes so that you're getting the best income and best bang for your buck. But yeah, I mean, overall, this video kind of really structured my channel. It's a baseline for how I make all of my videos. I try to make them as informative as possible and just cover topics that hopefully can perform similar to this. I mean, 100 views or 150 views a day is really good. And if I had a lot of videos doing this, in theory, like I could stop making videos and hopefully rack up thousands of views a month that could generate just long-term income without me really doing anything. So that's kind of my end goal. I'm going to have to make a lot more videos for this to actually be something that's able to kind of sustain my standard of living right now. That's why I have a day job to worry about bills and stuff. And this is just something on the side. But again, I just thought it was interesting to see, and maybe you guys might be curious just how much money you make from a video when it hits 100,000 views. So yeah, let me know if you guys found me from this video, or if you guys have been around for longer than that. I was making videos a little bit before this one. Hopefully a lot of you guys have at least seen it at this point, even if you didn't subscribe from that one. It is a very good video just to introduce you to the B58 and help you plan out your mods depending on your goals. It's just something that I think is really useful. And I know a lot of other people have made similar videos now as well. So you can kind of check those out and get different opinions and figure out exactly what you want to do to your car. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.